Hi, and welcome to another edition of the Wellness Connection. I'm Dr. Mark LeMay.
And I'm Michelle LeMay. And today we're going to be sharing our 5 top liquid herbal tonic formulas for immune and lung support. So if that sounds interesting, keep watching. All right, so we're back and we are ready to share our 5 top liquid herbal tonic formulas with you. But before we do that, we want to share a few other things, right? Because my big question, and probably your big question, is why liquid herbal blends? What's the big deal about herbal liquids, Dr. LeMay?
And that is a really good question because the reason it's really good is because liquid herbal blends get into the body faster. Okay, and again, it's like when you're taking something like echinacea, St. John's wort, and licorice root, which we're going to be showing you here in just a little bit. It's really important that you get good quality products. Okay, and that's why we use a company by the name of Medi Herb, because they're very well researched, and I've been there. Michelle's been there. We've seen with our own 2 eyes exactly how they do all of this, because like echinacea, and a lot of times people will say, there's not really a lot of research on echinacea. Well, Michelle, why don't you show them the book right here, the Principles and Practice of Phytochemistry, written by Professor Carrie Bowen. In here, and again, this is a very, they use this in colleges for teaching this, and guess what? It's really interesting because when you take a look at echinacea in the Materia Indica, which is in here, there's over 180 research articles just on echinacea. And if you look at St. John's wort, there's 442, and for licorice root, there's 376. So when people tell me there's not much research on these and how efficacious and how well they work, that's simply not true.
Yeah. Oh, it's anecdotal.
Yeah,
no,
it is not. And again, it's like there's other books that I use here. So when I'm looking up herbs for their references and also like contraindications and all different like that, I have these different references that I use for that to, number one, make sure I'm protecting you. Because again, if you're having medications, you're taking medications, I need to check this out to make sure that this is going to be safe for you, because these will either make them work better or it'll actually, potentiate, or else it'll take away from them. So we have to watch that too. So, but the main thing, the real reason that I really like using these so much is because they're fast and effective.
And we actually, you did a short interview with Lee Carroll, who is a master herbalist in Australia that is extremely knowledgeable, has worked closely with Professor Carrie Bowen for decades.
Yeah.
And there's a great video that you did, so we'll attach that link for you guys to watch.
You betcha.
He does a good job of explaining why herbals and some additional benefits that we won't go into right now. But there's a lot, so yes, and he'll cover taste, but we won't do the spoiler on that. So
no, okay,
so there's lots of research. Tell everybody about those 5 formulas that we promised them.
Yeah, again, we're just kind of doing this according to what's going on right now, because you've got the COVID-19 going on. So again, there's an antiviral mix, there is a sinus formula mix, there's a lung formula, an immune stress, because of course nobody's under stress right now, formula that you can do. It's like a maintenance tonic. And then we also have an immune builder tonic that you can use too. And I just want you to understand, it's not just for the immune system. It's not just for stress. I mean, we have a liquid blending room over here because we have a lot of different herbs that, according to what they do, you can do almost literally any kind of support for any type of condition that you have. We do custom herbal blends here too for people for whatever condition that they have.
Well, that's the really cool thing about it. We have a couple of the herbal blends here. There's one on helping you curb your sugar cravings. There's one for energy. There's weight loss.
Very popular.
Yes, and healthy aging herbal tonic. So we have different formulas or recipes that we can share. But then, like you mentioned, there is specific formulas for your needs. So
yeah, for your condition.
Right, exactly. So that's what's really cool about having all these herbal tonics.
Right, because they support your body's ability to heal and get back to normal again. That's the beauty behind we're just supporting your body to function better.
Exactly. So awesome. So that's one of the.
So are we going to show these guys how we do that?
Yes. So we figured we might as well demonstrate how to do, or how we do, a liquid herbal tonic. So whatever your formula is, usually you have a little cup or maybe a tablespoon. Teaspoon, yes. And you fill up maybe a little cup that you have at home of 5 mils. It might be 7.5 mils, depending.
Yeah, it depends upon the dosage.
Yes, exactly. So get with your healthcare practitioner on that is knowledgeable about this information. So you fill it up with the liquid herb, and then you take some water and you fill it up. Maybe, let's see, if it's 5 times 30, about 5 times as much, 5 to 6 times as much water as the herb.
Ooh, is that for me?
That is for you. And this is for me. So you fill it up with water, and then, okay, we always clink glasses.
Plastic.
Carefully. All right, so bottoms up.
And this one right here, this will have a little bit more of the licorice root in there, which is really good. That's antiviral, especially when it comes to what we've got going on right now. Because when you look in the Index Medica, it actually states in there, I can't remember what the exact page was, but it talks about how it helps with COVID viruses.
Oh, that's
preventing
awesome.
them. So
now you notice what I did is there's a little bit residual of the herbs in there, so I added a little bit more water and finished it off.
And one of the things I like to do too, this is just a daily routine that I've been doing for a long time now, probably almost 2 years. I take water and I take 5 mils of licorice root, 5 mils of marshmallow root. I put it in there. It's about 16 ounces here. Stir it all up, and I drink this throughout the day. This is something that makes my throat feel really good. It's protective. It helps the mucous membranes in the body. Herbs don't just do one thing. They do multiple things. That's the cool thing about it. It's not like a drug where it only usually does one thing. But some drugs can actually do a lot of different things too. Some have multiple terms too. But same thing here with herbs, because guess where most drugs came from? Herbs. That's where they came from.
Right. So anyway, so there you have it. Those are our 5 top liquid herbal tonics. And we hope that's been helpful. So if you are a local patient, come on in and we can figure out what's going to be good for what you need right now.
Correct.
So it could be a sinus blend, it could be lung, it could be immune.
Yeah, whatever they need.
Stress, calming down, sleep.
We can also combine those two. You can have a stress immune setup too. You can have a lung immune setup. You can do different things. That's the cool thing about these.
Oh my gosh, so many things. And yes, some of them don't taste as good as others.
They don't. I'm not kidding you. That's one thing that we'll work on with you too. If you get a liquid herbal blend, we'll show you how to make it so that it's palatable for you so that you can take it. Because they don't. Most herbs, they don't taste good. They just don't. So I just tell everybody, you're not going to like the taste of these things.
Yeah, but so what? If that's going to get me the results that I'm looking for,
exactly.
Who cares? That was in my mouth for a second or two.
Yeah, and we got a lot of cool tricks that'll help you to get it.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, hope you found that helpful. And if you haven't already subscribed, remember to hit the subscription button. We do appreciate those of you that have subscribed. Thank you for being a part of our community. And
absolutely.
Yeah, so I guess that's it for this week's edition of the Wellness Connection. I'm Michelle LeMay.
And I'm Dr. Mark LeMay. We'll see you next time.
All right, bye everybody.
Bye-bye.